Now in this video, what I want to do, if you're really serious about winning matches and tournaments, like I've just won the last 2 tournaments that I've been in, 3 events at the last 2 tournaments. In fact, my partners and I, we've just qualified to go to Dallas, Texas for the minor league pickleball tournament up there. And I want to teach you what's been working for me. It's not about fancy tricks or anything like that or special techniques. In fact, it's quite the opposite. I'm going to break down all of the elements that made us win through these tournaments so that you can do exactly the same thing the next time you go out, and you're going to see significant differences in your win ratio by simply doing this. Stay with me. Okay, so the first key to winning more games, more matches and tournaments is to focus on the weaker player, right? Because they would focus on me if I was the weaker player in our doubles. The people that knew what they were doing, well, they would go do exactly the same thing. They would focus on the weaker player. If that was me or my partner, that's exactly what they would do. So that's what you're doing as well. Look for, if you can see them play before, you find out which one's the weaker. So when you're going to play them in the tournament, then you already know. But if not, in the warm-up, you've got a little bit of time in the warm-up to see if you can work out who the weaker player is. If you can't work it out in the warm-up, you'll know very shortly within a few points. And then that is your laser focus. Go after that weaker player because you're going to get free points. And I'd see it time and time again. And these people would lose games because they would go, oh my God, you kept hitting it to the stronger player. And then remember, you might think, well, that's unfair. Well, guess what? When I was the weaker player in our doubles, they were focusing on me as well, right? It's just smart tournament play. Again, this is not open play, playing against your friends and that sort of thing. This is what I'm talking about, is if you want to win tournaments and matches, this is what they do against us, so you do exactly the same. That was the first thing we would do. Second thing, serve. If you look at the pros on YouTube, what are they doing? They're just getting their serve in deep. That's all they're doing. They're not doing anything fancy because there's not a lot of fancy things you can do with an underarm serve in pickleball, right? It's not like tennis. So just getting it in deep. That's exactly what you want to be doing as well. It's exactly what I focused on, getting my serve deep. Here's something that's going to help your game enormously if you're a beginner or intermediate. Here's what you can do. On the serve, and on the return of serve, all I want you to concentrate is hitting it deep. Don't think angles, don't think spin, nothing but hitting it deep. Now, did I try kick serves? Did I try screwball serves? This sort of thing? Yeah, but only because they're a low percentage and only if we were doing well. We were a few points up, then I might put it in. And then I might hit a serve out wide. Again, only if that person was protecting their backhand. I wouldn't do it at 9 each because it's a low percentage serve. All I would try to do is hit that serve deep. And because of that, you don't hit them into the net because you're hitting them slightly higher. So you're taking the net out of play, so you're not hitting your serves into the net. Did I hit 1 or 2 long? Yeah, 1 or 2. But again, I'm not trying to overhit it, not going for too much power. Just go for depth. Now, they're going to have more problems getting back a decent return when it's deep, so they get more chance of getting into the net, more chance of going too much and hitting it long, hitting it wide, or just not hitting it well to give you a very easy third shot. Right, so that's the focus with your serve. Just hit it deep. Returns. Now, returns, I've often spoken in other videos about hitting it deep. Okay, return a serve. You also want to think, hit it deep. Yes, you want to hit it deep. Now, that's not slamming the ball. In fact, I've just been watching one of my friends. He's a 5.7 duper. Again, he's not slamming back drives at all. Same thing. This is a 5.7 duper, and I watched him. He would just get them back deep. This is what he would do, and then they'd build the point from there. It's good enough for a 5.7 duper. It's good enough for us as well. Now, my slice backhand, I've got a really good slice backhand, which gives my opponents lots of trouble because they're just not used to a slice backhand. So I will use my slice backhand time and time again. I've got videos on how to do it if you don't know how to do it. So I would hit a slice backhand. My forehand, again, I would use a topspin forehand and drive it, and I'd drive it back towards the server and get it nice and deep. So whether it's my slice backhand. Now, if going back to that weaker player, if the weaker player was down the line, we were targeting the weaker player, I would slice it down the line to them. But if not, I would go across court with both my forehand and my backhand. Why? Because you've got more court to play with, there's once again less risk. So topspin forehand, back towards the server. The service from that side, I do my backhand slice, back towards them, deep, once again giving them lots of trouble. Because again, it's very difficult with that slice for them to do their drop. A lot of players are not used to a slice. So to do a drop or even just to do a top spin, quite often they will just not get under it enough and they'll dump it straight into the net. So deep serves, deep returns. Don't overhit them. Don't try for too much power. Just get them back in and build the point. Let them make the mistakes is the mantra you want throughout this whole video. Volleys, right, when it comes to volleys, no backhand flicks, no forehand flicks, no rolls. Yeah, you see Ben Johns do it. Great, they've done it 10,000 plus times and they've practiced this for hours and hours, day after day. We haven't. So your topspin rolls, your backhand flicks, forehand, all this sort of stuff, forget them. Go basic. So what we're doing all the time is building the point. So when those volleys come, get them back and we would just focus on deep again and generally into the center, right? Not going out for the lines, just remember, risk versus reward. Play the odds all the time. Let them make the mistakes. And if this is throughout this video, it's all we would do. If you like, it's called boring pickleball. Get it back. So we get it back deep and then they will either hit it into the net, they may get a good shot, but when it's deep, you know it's harder to hit a good shot. And if we hit it down the center, can be the confusion between the partners, but also you might get onto that person on the right, their backhand, so they're going to have to make a backhand towards you, pop it up, put it into the net, hit it long, going for too much on their drive, hitting it wide, all of these sorts of things, or they give you an easy shot to put away. Volleys, get them back deep into the center, which is what we would do over and over again until they pop it up, and then we just smash it away. So we'd do that as well. Dinks, once again, I'll go back to my friend who's 5.7. I watched him, now we played against him and we lost, I think it was 11-6 or 7, something like that. I watched him play against us and it was like he was in slow motion the whole time. It was just like, but I thought, well, because we're not, maybe he's not trying or anything. Then I watched him play against a 6.0 duper player in the final. He played exactly the same against the 6.0 as he played against us, which was, as I'm teaching you in this, no slamming the drives. He would just build the point. Now, when it came to his dinks, he wasn't doing rips like this with his topspin backhand, that sort of thing. He would just build the point. So all of these dinks, he would do neutral dinks or dead dinks, so no spin at all. He would just get them back and let the opposition make that mistake, and then he'd put them away as easy as possible. Now, so let's go back to the dinks. He wasn't doing anything fancy. Your opposition will make the mistake before you. That's what you need to focus on. All of this whole theme from this video is let them make the mistake. You get it back into play, not to lose. So serves and returns deep. If you've got a great slice that gives them problems like me, do it, right? Go for the weaker player. Do that as well. Dinks, go into the center of the court, get them back. Do not go for these down the lines, across courts, hero shots. Great for open play, great sitting at the bar at the end of the day. But when you want to win, get them back in, let them make the mistake. Keep it in play. Do this and you're going to see an enormous difference in your success rate.